Is it time to quit? No, I mean really follow through this time and finally leave that position that's just not right for you. Big changes are scary, but you're not alone. A recent survey found that as many as 1/3 of all employees plan to quit their job in the next year. That's a huge amount of people. And what's one thing that you have in common with virtually all of them? You're going to need a professional and carefully worded resignation letter to make a clean break and leave that job for good. That's where I can help. I'm Anna, a professional career writer here at Resume.io. Today, I'm in the office because I'm going to show you how to write a resignation letter that tells your boss exactly what you need to say to quit your job, maybe without everything you want to say. Let's get started. First things first, a lot of people feel guilty about leaving their jobs. I'm here to tell you that you never need an excuse to quit. If it's time to make a change for whatever reason, don't let anyone stop you from living your life. Okay, so now that we've got that little pep talk out of the way, let's move on to writing the actual resignation letter. To save some time, I'm going to hack this cover letter builder and use it to write my resignation letter. We just want something relatively simple while still looking professional. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is start filling in some of the basic information. Even though your boss already knows who you are, it's important to add this stuff because a resignation letter usually serves as the legal notice that you're leaving the position. So it shouldn't just be scribbled on a piece of paper. Okay, very important to add today's date. That looks good. And then for the greeting, you can refer to your supervisor how you normally would. So here we'll go with the first name. So now we can write the body of the letter. The first sentence should immediately tell them that you're quitting the job. Make sure to reiterate your job title, the company name, and the date you will be leaving based on the notice you're required to give in your work contract. 2 weeks is pretty standard, but your contract might stipulate whether that means 14 calendar days or 14 working days. Don't feel any pressure to say anything that's not true for you. I'll imagine that this employee has a fairly good relationship with their boss and enjoyed the work at least part of the time. But if that's not at all the case for you, then we can just take out this "I regret" and go with something a little more neutral. Okay, so now we can give your boss a reason for departure. Remember, you don't owe them any explanation, and this is definitely not the place to tell your life story. If you don't want to tell your boss what you're doing next, or you simply don't know, you can say something like, "I will be leaving in order to pursue other opportunities." I love that phrase. I can't even think of a situation where that wouldn't work. Now, this third paragraph can be a little more personal. Even if your boss was insufferable and you hated coming to work every day, it's still worth trying to end on a positive note. You don't need to lie here, but just try to come up with something pleasant that can be said for your time at the company. In the last paragraph, you can offer to be of assistance in your remaining time in the position, whether that's to train your replacement or to finish up an important project. Thank your boss, even if every fiber in your being doesn't want to. Remember, you're almost out of there. And then sign off. Double check for any typos, download, and that's it. I can practically taste the freedom. Ideally, you should hand your resignation letter to your boss in person and also email it so that there's a digital record of your resignation. But if you're working from home or remotely, first tell your direct manager that you're leaving the position and then email them a copy of the letter while CCing someone from the HR team. Now that you've successfully quit your job, it might be time to refresh that resume and cover letter. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for step-by-step tutorials on making your next job application the best it can be. See you soon!